So as you know, Italy is experiencing its worst national crisis in decades. Some say the worst since World War II. The lockdown is reportedly getting tighter by the day. More than 60 million people are living under these conditions. I want to bring in a South African who's living through all of this. Paola Rossi is coming to us live from Looka in central Italy. She is joining us on the line. Paola, a very good morning to you. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Paola, what is life like right now for you under this lockdown?
Awful.
Could you explain? What does the lockdown mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the lockdown means that we can only go to the chemist and to the supermarket and, if needed, to a doctor. When we leave the house, we need an official paper, and only one member of a family can leave the house. So not more than two people in a car, and it's an emergency for the hospital.
Yeah.
There are police controlling. If they stop you and you're not going out for a specific reason, you can get fined or you can face jail sentence.
So how do you get food, Paola?
And go at least once a week or every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But when we go to the supermarket, I wear my mask. I've got my plastic gloves on.
Yeah.
And we stand 1 meter away from each other. Only 3 people are allowed at a time in the supermarket. So it takes you about maybe 2 hours, if you're lucky, maybe up to 3. When you get home, you leave your jacket outside, you leave your shoes outside because they say that the virus can get onto your clothes. You wash your clothes that you had on and you have a change of clothes.
You are in Looka, am I right?
Yes.
So describe for us, I just want to give the viewers a sense of where you're living, in what sort of building are you living? Are you living in a freestanding home or in a flat? Do you have a balcony?
I live in a house.
Yeah.
No, I live in a house and I'm completely isolated. I live on quite a big property, so I have no neighbors.
Right, so just basically getting fresh air is an issue, isn't it?
Yes.
Talk to us about how people are coping through all this, Paola. I mean, your neighbors, no doubt there's limited, interaction between you and your neighbors and stuff, but what's the sense you're getting through social media? How are people coping? How are people entertaining themselves?
Look, I think it's difficult for everyone because the lockdown came overnight.
Yeah.
Obviously, the kids thought it was great because, we're on holiday now, but it's not actually a holiday because now they realize they can't leave the house. Everyone's online at school, and they're really strict. We cannot move. They can't have friends over.
Yeah.
So, they're on the telephone most of the day, or they do online schooling.
You speak about online schooling. Do you have children, Paola?
Yes, I do. I've got a 17-year-old daughter, and she's doing her last year of school, and it's quite worrying because the school year ends in June.
Right. I mean, how is she coping with all this?
I think she's finding it difficult because she's not seeing her friends.
Yeah.
But there's nothing we can do about it because every time you move, there's a chance that you can get the virus or you can be a carrier.
Yeah. Our modern lifestyle is often geared towards just sitting on a couch and having your phone in front of you or the TV on. And, you're pretty comfortable in terms. But when you are told, just stay in your house, the human reaction is, no, I want to get out. Is that how you're feeling?
Exactly.
Are you feeling caved in, so to speak?
Yes, definitely.
And
I would do anything just to go and have a coffee now.
Yeah. And talk to us about what you're hearing in terms of the worst affected regions.
Well, we don't know yet because the numbers are escalating every single day. Yesterday we had 465 people that died. It was the highest amount ever in a day.
Given...
And people think that they're not taking it seriously.
Oh, are you getting a sense that people are not taking it seriously?
Well, in Italy, we are taking it seriously because we're seeing the amount of deaths rising every single day, and I think people are scared.
Yeah. I mean, because...
But I think other countries where they're just starting, they're not taking it serious enough. I think the country should lock down immediately.
This is the advice
means
that you
no
hear.
movement.
Yes, this is the advice that you hear often on social media from people who are living in Italy, because Italy has now become, the epicenter of this virus in Europe. It has the highest number of cases in Europe. And is that the advice going around to other countries who's, basically getting one or two, or in South Africa's case now, 116 confirmed cases of COVID-19? What's the advice from folks like you who are living through this?
To lock down.
Yeah.
Lock down the country. Everyone needs to stay home. The youth also needs to understand that they could be carriers and they can infect their parents and their grandparents.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's a sense of understanding of what COVID-19 is all about in terms of, the World Health Organization tells us that 80% of people who get COVID-19, they recover well. It's those people that have these underlying conditions such as heart disease, chronic lung disease, diabetes who needs to be worried, the elderly who need to be worried. Is there enough education in Italy in order to, be aware of some of the effects of COVID-19?
Definitely. I mean, if you switch on the TV every 10 minutes, they've got the rules that you have to respect. And they say Italy is because Italy has a high amount of elderly people. Mm. But it's not true. People of all ages are dying from it.
Do you personally know of people who are infected with COVID-19?
I don't know anyone personally. I do know an owner of a restaurant that we attend frequently. I know that he has it. Yeah. But he's the only person I know of.
And how are they feeling? Because, often people don't really know how people who are infected with the virus are coping with it. We're told that, the viral shedding takes between 2 to 3 days, and then it kind of subsides. And people kind of recover if it's not complicated. If the infection is not complicated, you can kind of recover within about a week or so. What are you hearing from this person that you know of? How is he coping?
Well, I haven't spoken to him.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like I said, we can't leave, and I wouldn't actually go to someone who's had the virus. Right. Because I'm alone, I'm a single mother, so I can't risk getting it.
Yeah. How many South Africans are in Italy currently, do you know of, Paola?
In South Africa, in Italy I'm not sure, but I stay in a village, we're about 20 South Africans.
20 South Africans. And I assume you guys are communicating constantly via social media?
Yes, and we get together also.
Right. Are people hopeful that this can be sorted out, that, you can make a dent in terms of the number of infections, bring it down? Is government doing enough in Italy in order to put paid to this? Yeah?
Definitely. Government is trying to do everything possible to keep people home. They're even offering people now, yesterday, they said mortgages don't have to be paid. There are people that work in the tourist industry like I do, they're going to be offering 600 euros because the country, no one's working. Yeah. I think that's the main worry is that people aren't working. They're not making money. How, everyone's worried, how are we going to live?
Were you working before this, Paola?
Well, I've got a holiday home, so I'm seasonal. My work is seasonal, but this year I won't be working because no one will come to Italy with the situation like it is at the moment.
This is the thing. Italy has such beautiful sights. I mean, when you talk about Rome, you talk about the Trevi Fountain, you talk about, the Colosseum. I'm looking at pictures of it. Normally at Trevi, you can't get a gap in to take a photograph, a selfie, which people often do. It's empty. What about tourism? What are people telling you in the industry in terms of tourism? I mean, people must be battling with regards to that.
No tourism this year.
Yeah.
No tourism. I've already received cancellations, and of course, who's going to travel to a country that's infected? Yeah.
It's a difficult situation. You hang in there, Paola. Thank you very much indeed for giving us, a window into what people are going through in Italy currently. Paola Rossi is coming to us live from Looka in central Italy. Thank you very much indeed. Be well.
Thank you. I just want to say one more thing.
Yes, go ahead.
People need to stay. People need to stay home. They need to understand. They need to take it seriously and to stay home, because 22 days ago we were on the same numbers as in South Africa, and we just increased them.
Yeah, no, sound advice. Thank you very much indeed, Paola. Be well.
Okay, thank you.
All right. There you go. You're hearing the situation from somebody that is living through it. Italy has one of the highest numbers in Europe, if not the highest numbers in Europe. And you heard from Paola how they're coping in terms of the lockdown. It's pretty stringent measures. People can't go out. They need a proper, documentation, to walk on the streets of Italy. So we will try to bring in our correspondent in Italy and get a sense of what's happening with regards to the amount of debt that's, being registered in Italy. What about burials? How's that taking place? We're going to take a quick break. Get you more news next. Stay with us.